In the eye of the storm. Good morning, Karen Travers.
Good morning.
Did they really call a lid on the news and then announce the firing?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
And, technically they held to the lid. Those people out there who watched West Wing know that the lid means that's it. No more statements from the president. There wasn't a on-camera statement from the president last night, but there certainly was a bit of news.
And the news is that director James Comey is out. And a lot of people are confused as to the reason why. Donald Trump didn't like the way James Comey treated crooked Hillary?
Yes, which seems curious because just a week ago, the president tweeted that James Comey was the best thing that ever happened to Hillary Clinton, and he said that he gave her a free pass for many bad deeds. So now the White House is saying that this was an inquiry by the Deputy Attorney General who looked into whether or not James Comey should stay in this position. He wrote a very detailed letter to the president and said that James Comey grossly mishandled the Clinton email investigation, and he was wrong to usurp the Attorney General's authority last summer when he said that no charges were appropriate. And here's the kicker. The Deputy Attorney General said Comey had inflicted substantial damage to the FBI's reputation and credibility.
So let me just make sure I understand this, Karen Travers. President Trump's not upset with Comey not bringing charges against Hillary Clinton. He's upset that he was inappropriate and sort of threw her under the bus in the email investigation?
That is what his Deputy Attorney General has given as his recommendation for why he should fire Jim Comey, and the president accepted that recommendation. This is not the president's words. Now, in his letter to Jim Comey, the president said it was essential to find new leadership for the FBI that restores public trust and confidence, and he said flat out, "You are not able to effectively lead the Bureau."
He also said in Donald Trump's letter, said that, thank you for telling me on 3 different occasions that I'm not under investigation. I thought President Trump was under investigation.
Yeah, and it was a kind of a curious line to throw in there, which, it certainly gives critics of this decision ample evidence to say, see, this is all about Russia. Even if they say it's not, why is the president mentioning the Russia investigation in his pretty brief letter to Jim Comey? I should also note that just in the last few moments, the president has tweeted his first explanation of why he did this. And he said that Comey lost the confidence of everyone in Washington, Republican and Democrat alike. Here's the line. He said, when things calm down, they will be thanking me, ! Now, certainly there were Democrats who were very critical of Jim Comey after last year with the Clinton email issue. That said, the way this was handled and what this means for the Russia investigation, Democrats aren't exactly thrilled with how the president did this. And if he thought just because they were not happy with the email investigation that they'd be on board with this, well, they're getting a very rude awakening on that today.
He is accurate in that Comey is an equal opportunity offender and has upset both sides over the last number of years, going back all the way to the Bush administration.
Yeah, and I think this has also now rallied bipartisan calls for a special independent prosecutor to handle the Russia investigation, which some had called for months ago, and the White House had rejected that. But now this is revisiting all of that. And it's not just Democrats, it's Republicans. I mean, here's a very, very key line to pay attention to. Richard Burr is the Republican in charge of the Senate Intelligence Committee investigation into the Russia meddling. And he said he's troubled by the timing of this firing. And he also says that the dismissal confuses an already difficult investigation. He's a Republican.
Yeah. 2 quick things, and that is, what do we make of the fact that President Trump's head of his private security hand-delivered the letter to the FBI, and Comey found out not through a phone call or through a set on The Apprentice, but through television reports?
Television, yes. The president's top official, one of his former private security, but now one of his main West Wing operatives here at the White House, hand-delivered this letter yesterday to the FBI headquarters. He was spotted going in and coming out about a half an hour later. Only problem is James Comey wasn't there. He was in Los Angeles. And an FBI official tells us that he first learned of his firing by seeing it on television screens. And no surprise, he was caught flat-footed and very surprised. The FBI in general is shell-shocked, and Jim Comey and his staff especially.
Jim Comey, though, was allowed to use the FBI airplane to come home.
He was. He landed back at National Airport last night. Our cameras caught him getting off the plane. But, question today is, can he go back to the FBI? What happens to his office? How does that all work?
And who escorts him out of the building?
Somebody's got to take the badge.
Somebody has to clean his laptop. Karen Travers, never a dull moment. ABC News
Never.
White House correspondent. Thanks for checking in.